Hello everybody, welcome to a new video of JMSpeedshop. So it's been a while. First video 2024. Last time I did a video I think was beginning December, more than a month ago. Had some busy weeks, busy month last month, a lot of stuff to do, not a lot of time for the car. But I fixed a lot of small things that I needed to do that were not, I don't like, so I want to change. So that needs to be done in a position like I'm now in, to check everything over, fix all the small things, take a lot of time, and you of course get a holiday. So I'm going to show you how far I am. So if you're new to the channel, here's my link, JMSpeedshop.com. In the right corner for you is my logo. You can click on it and you see all the other videos of this project, and don't forget to subscribe. So if you're new, this is my S124 station wagon with a V8 swap and a turbo. So a little bit of lights. So cars on the wheels. I checked the hydraulic system a few times now. Got a small leak in the back. Sometimes it's sweating. After a few weeks there is a drop on it. I don't like it. I don't want any hydraulic leaks. So radiator is still out. That's because otherwise I cannot spin the steering pump. And I cannot raise or lower the car. Not sure if I told it in the last video, but got the actuator controllers in. There's now a pot meter inside that controls the actuators. One of the actuators is laying over here. So this is one of the actuators that goes in between the valve and a leveler that's connected to my stabilizer bar in the front. Intake pipe is not on. That's why this connector is over here. That's for the intake air temperature sensor. Radiator controller is in. That's a solid state relay that's controlling the radiator. It's all connected, so I can send a pulse width modulated signal, and then I can pulse width modulate the fan that's on here. So when I'm ready to start the car, the last thing that I will do is putting the radiator in and coolant fluid in it. Things that I changed, I'm not sure if I have got it in the last video, but boost controller is in here. It's a Turbo Smart boost controller, 4 channel, but it's controlling up and down of the wastegate, so that gives you a better control. Also, what I changed is an EMAP sensor, or exhaust pressure sensor, in front of the turbo. Or it's in the turbo because I forgot to make it in the pipe where also the EGT sensor is in. So I welded it in the exhaust housing. So will put a picture below. On my website you can see the picture. What I also have connected is the alternator is connected over there. Had to put a new cable in it. That's all connected. That's your big red one. That's down here. You see the big red one. It's a new cable. Also starter motor is connected. That is the big cable that's coming over here. This is the cable that's going to the starter motor. That's all in. So this sensor is now connected to the Maxx ECU, so I can read it on the screen. That's this wire, these wires. So I got an extra wire. I can wire it through to the ECU, but I think I'm going to change it. So I think the EMAP sensor will be connected to the ECU, and I sent the signal to the off gear, because I'm only going to read it. I'm not going to control it like you can use the signals normally in off gear to have a boost controller for a VDG turbo, variable nozzle turbo, or geometric control, how you want to call it. I'm not going to do it. I would just want to read it and see how much capacity has left to flow. So because I think this turbo will be maximum flow will got my maximum power out, I think, because this turbo was originally designed to flow for my car like a 500 horsepower, and I had extra, so this turbo, yeah, there's a possibility it can flow between 700 and 750 horsepower on ethanol, and so I think that will be maxed out, and I want to see what's happening, because if the excess pressure is going up pretty fast and my power is not going up, then you're out of flow range or the efficiency is going down. So for the rest in the interior, what is now the next thing? I'm going to put the floor mats in, or the carpet is going in. Then I can put 2 seats in it, then the dashboard is going in, the top side is going in, and then from there I can sit here, I can put a laptop in and check all the inputs. So that's the last bit before I can test the car. Of course, headlights needs to go in and it needs to work, of course, otherwise I cannot test the car. So we're getting there, but it's slow because I want to check everything. And I'm not going to just put power on and see where it all goes. So I will start with putting the interior in and we'll see how long this video gets, otherwise do the next video the checkups and that stuff. So that's it. I'm going to start with the interior and show you the process. So let's go. Most stuff is out of here. Cleaned everything so the carpet can go in the seats. So let's have a look what it looks like. Front seats in. And also the rear seats are in. Everything mounted. Looks all good. Interior, the seats, of course, they will be redone when the car's getting painted, so when it's getting out of there. So now they're just in to get all the checks and get it running. So door panels will go on, and I will put more carpet and stuff in it, so it will look so complete as possible. And then later on also put a dashboard in. That's over there, down there somewhere. And then when I've got everything in like I want it, and all the checks are done, everything working correctly, then I will be putting more in. Missing here a small cover that needs to be in here. I don't know where it is, but I got a lot of interior pieces from this interior, so it's somewhere. So let's go on to the next. So rear carpets are also in up till the level of the window. The rest is not in because it needs to come out, because the car will get painted in the future. So the interior is now in for the most part, except of the door panels and the front dash, that I will be putting back in, and the rest of the covers I all leave out because those are the hard parts. So people who don't know this interior, this is pretty special interior, I think. Here in Europe it's pretty special. This color is also very special. So this is the second generation interior. So this is a 1990. So you got a third generation. That's I think 1993 or something. But this is heated front seats and a manual interior. That's also what was originally in this car. This car is from '87. So they had normally the older interiors with the lines in the middle. This color is maybe for the viewers in the US, this is pretty common, this color, but here in Europe you don't see it. I've never seen this interior in a station wagon from this generation. What is also very special about this interior is this is a 7-seater. Maybe in the United States that was originally the case in all cars, but in Europe a red interior 7-seater is pretty special. So some carpets still loose, I have to glue that in. So that is what makes this pretty special. It's a little bit dirty, it needs to be cleaned. But yeah, I think it's a beautiful color. So in the United States you see more colors like this. But yeah, I really like it. I really love this kind of interiors. So fully 7-seater. I also have the how you say it, the cover that you can pull over the trunk. Of course, the seat belt connections. These rubbers always break. I glued them, the one, and one is still attached, the other one is already loose. So I have to have a look if I can get those rubbers new. The seat belts are normally mounted somewhere in here. I have to have a look. There is normally a bolt that's in there somewhere. I have to have a look. And then they come out of here. So in the rear seat I have enough light, otherwise I get a lamp. Oh, it's good enough. So you can see it's fully red. Floor mats, I have double floor mats. Seats need to be cleaned, of course, but it's all together. I already fixed, or let us fix. If you can see, there's a different side of red in it, but this seat will be completely painted. The other ones will just be redone, cleaned and colored again. Same as the rear seat, they're very good condition. I don't think anybody sat here. Also have the headrest for this interior. So it's all pretty nice. The dashboard is also red up till the halfway up. Then it's black. The door panels are fully red with wood trimming on it. So pretty nice. So the headliner is white. I'm thinking doing it also in the same color. And then yeah, it will be fully red. So very nice. So started up the ECU for the first time. I only have the power on the ECU, so all the other things is no power on, like ignition, injectors, fuel pump, that sort of stuff. For now I just want to show you that I got some temperatures in here, like here oil temperature, coolant temperature, but I adjusted this one. Intake air temperatures both Bosch, so there's like 1 degree difference in them, but I have both Bosch sensors. So fuel oil temperature, this is fuel temperature, oil pressure, and this is fuel pressure, but there's no fuel in the system, so this should normally be 0. But yeah, you have atmospheric pressure a little bit, so can be, if you look at this, 105 kPa, that's like 1050 millibars, so this is 1004 millibars, so it's a little bit the same. Oil pressure is 0. Yeah, so it's all pretty close to each other. Intake tip, I adjusted this one, so if we go to inputs and we have coolant, that's just an intake temperature, just a Bosch sensor. You can select them. There's a whole list in it. And then offset 0. So if the sensor is not correct valuing it, so that's like this, it doesn't give the correct value. I have 8 degrees offset. Of course I'm going to change this, because you don't want really any offset, because I don't know what kind of sensor it is. Now you can see coolant temperature is -6. That's not the case. It's about 2 degrees above 0, so this is not correct. So that is why I put this on 8 degrees just for now, and then I will check later on. Same with the other things, like throttle position. You can see here it's going fully open and closing. If you want to do the throttle position pedal calibration, you do it in the sensors TPS. You get closed, you get current voltage, then you push it 100%, you do another voltage, and then that's the calibration of the pedal, if you have E-throttle. So if you look to, here's a thing with E-throttle, you can see my throttle position of the valve is now 9.2%, because that is target throttle position for idle. And there are two things keeping track on that, because if you can see throttle position here, we've put it like 42%, it's only 30% open. That's because there is, have a look if I can show you that, because there is a target on it, so it's not one-on-one. So the first 40% of the throttle is only opening 22%. So if I put it over there, then it's only 29% open with a throttle position or pedal position of 44%. So this is a map you can completely put in range. So yeah, works pretty good. I will show you a video now of the throttle position that I'm moving it. You can also see all the input voltages over here, what they're giving. If you're moving throttle position, you can see that these are also moving. So it's, for me it's all new, but I will try to do as much as possible myself. So thanks for watching this episode. We did the part of the interior and started with some calibrations of the ECU. We have the engine ECUs in there, of course. So I'm going to figure out the coolant temperature, maybe test the sensor with just with some water or some oil, and then measure the resistance with the normal thermometer next to it to get my own values, because I cannot find the calibration values on the internet of the original sensor. So I'm going to check that. E-throttle is working, that's very nice. So waiting for some answers of the tuner about the ignition and my injection inputs, what I've filled in the ECU. So I'm going to check the injectors and the ignition for sure in the next video. Maybe do some more work on the interior. Door panels need to go in the dashboard, and then work everything, yeah, as much as possible. Maybe get some fuel into the tank, because I still need springs underneath of the car to get into the right height. Radiator needs to go back in, but that's the last thing what I'm going to do, because otherwise I cannot pump up the car by hand hydraulically, because I cannot put my cannot drive the pump by hand with a drill. So yeah, that's for the next video. So thanks for watching, and hope you like this video. If you got any questions about this subject, don't hesitate to ask. You can also see my logo in the right corner for you. You can click it and see to go to the main page, and don't forget to go to JMSpeedshop. The comment link is over here. A lot of information over there for the last projects and videos. So thanks for watching, and see you for the next one. Bye bye.